blended learning. Now we have the next group, which is about the extended reality in education, and it is composed of Angie Rojas, María Saavedra, and Yariadna Rodríguez. All of them will be first introduced because they all will be interacting among them in the presentation. For the presentation of Angie is Lori Gomez, Maria is Felix Vargas, and Yariadna Lisette Gamboa. Go, Lori.
Angie Esmeralda Rojas is a responsible, creative, and collaborative woman. Angie lives in Penanome. She is working in Playa Blanca Resort as a receptionist. Angie completed her bachelor's degree in science at Angel Maria Herrera High School. Miss Angie is an English student at the Universidad de Panama, finishing her degree as specialist in the language. Angie participated in seminars based on teaching and English. She got a certificate from INADE in quality in customer service. Angie dreams of traveling all around the world. She would love to become a flight attendant, but her desire to become a teacher also exists. She loved to bake cakes, to dance, to create, and to be engaged in activities. Finally, Angie appreciates nature and the beautiful stuff life has. Welcome, Angie.
Thank you very much.
Move to present now María Saavedra. Felix.
María del Carmen Saavedra Valderrama is a responsible, empathetic, and creative person. She completed her bachelor's degree in science in Federico Zúñiga Feliu High School. Miss Saavedra is an English student at the Universidad de Panama. Maria has participated in a significance of learning English as a language in the post-pandemic era, liderazgo sin estar al mando, reading and publishing papers, teaching English in a blended learning world, and Dinámica Poblacional de Panamá para alcanzar los ODS seminars. She got a certificate from INADE in quality in customer service. Maria has worked as a community promoter at. She taught English to first-level students at Sofía Quirós de Tejera Elementary School. Her dream is to teach English to children and young people and become an engineer in logistic operations. She enjoys hiking, photography, and reading. Welcome, Maria.
Thank you so much.
Okay, let's continue with the next one. Lisette.
Ms. Yariadna Rodríguez is a passenger service agent for Sunwing Airlines. She graduated in science at Angel Maria Herrera High School. She got an airline service technician and she is completing her degree in English at the University of Panama. She obtained a certificate for quality and customer service and attention from INADE. She has participated and organized conferences at college. Yariadna was an English teacher of third graders at Sofía Quirós de Tejera School. In her community, she organized a Christmas theater performed by children. Her dream is to have a recognized nail studio and give employment opportunities to people. Among his hobbies are building acrylic nails, watching the sunset, and taking photos of the nature. She believes that communication, teamwork, and dedication are the keys to success in any area. Welcome, Ms. Yariadna.
Thank you so much. You are so kind. So let's start immediately with our topic. It is extended reality in education. But to understand this concept, we must begin with a word that you are going to listen frequently in our intervention. It is reality. Have you ever been disagreeing with someone about a specific color? I think yes. It is common because we perceive different from others. The way that we process information and construct the reality is unique for each of us. In this aspect, experience, genetics, and others play an important role. So, reality is what we perceive with our sense. It's the construction that we base mainly by our eyes, whether it comes from digital or physical worlds. Sometimes we are watching movies, we are too deeper in one scene. We can cry, even laugh, even though we know that the scene is a fiction, but it feels so real at the time that we can't feel at the moment. So the same happens with extended technologies, which makes experience feel more intense. So having explained this concept, let's get in the subject of extended reality. Extended reality is a set of technologies. In these are include virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. These technologies combine the real and the virtual world and produce an engagement and immersive in experience by adding devices, software, and others. So to continue, María Saavedra is going to explain about extended reality based on education.
Thank you, Yariadna. Extended reality based on education. Extended reality has a tremendous potential to revolutionize the learning experience by offering immersive, interactive, and engaging of teaching and learning. Moreover, a fantastic way to expand the learning experience from kindergarten to 12th high education is through extended reality. Students now study in ways that were previously possible because of extended reality. Now, educating young children about solar system or demonstrating human anatomy to high school students might be as important as training future doctors to conduct life-saving surgeries. Learning become more practicable, safe application of the knowledge acquired is made possible by this cutting-edge technology. It's necessary that professor and student use the technology because it allows the have more knowledge about the different topic. As extended reality technology continue to evolve, become more affordable, their adoption and education is expanded, increasing significantly with careful planning, implementation, and teacher training, making learning more immersive and engaging and effective for all learning. On the other hand, extended reality in education has a challenge. The challenge, the most common is the cost. Apply the extended reality in our country is very, very expensive because the devices are very expensive. To continue, okay, my partner, Angie.
Yes, thank you, Maria. Then to continue, we are going to see now the classification of the extended reality that was explained or mentioned before by my partner Yariadna. Okay, she mentioned that inside the extended reality, we are going to find the virtual reality, the augmented reality, and then we are going to see the mixed reality. But in this occasion, I will be explaining to you more in details about the virtual reality. Okay, and This started some decades ago in the 1960s with Ivan Sutherland. He was the one who created the first virtual reality helm. That is the thing he has on her head. And after this, as you know, everything is in advance. And now we have other tools that are going to facilitate the virtual reality in the classrooms or even in entertainment. So now, but what is virtual reality? Virtual reality allows the student to be abstract from the physical reality. What does it mean? Well, the students are going to see just what they have through the glasses they use. And they are going to experiment new ways of learning. They are going just to experiment what they are seeing by the glasses. And they are not going to see the real life. So they are going to be like in a metaverse. Moreover, it works by using special glasses and also controls. They are going to be connected to devices such as the computer, the cell phone, and also some tablets. But there is one fact that it is very important to take into account is that when professors or when the people who want to get the virtual reality are going to buy the devices or the glasses, they have to take into account that they have to have compatibility, because if we buy some ones that are not allowed to connect with the cell phone, then they are not going to work. And as my partner Maria also mentioned, the cost is something that can be difficult for the professors or the students to get the virtual reality. However, I have one fact that is that you can acquire by online shop. So you can go, for instance, to Amazon and you can find like many costs, so many options. So you can then get some of them to then use it into your class. And now we are going to continue with the augmented reality.
Augmented reality was created by Karen Hamilton as part of the curriculum, technology, and educational reform. It allowed the student, the classes are dynamic and interactive, and to engage the student. Also provide the immersive experience that enhance learning. It's necessary that the student apply the augmented reality and the professor implement new technology strategies.
The next is mixed reality. It was a term introduced by Paul Midland and Fiumio Ticino in a paper entitled A Taxonomy of Mixed Reality Visual Display. It was in 1994. So mixed reality brings the possibility of interacting with a virtual environment using your own hands and a headset. That was the that mentions Angie. So the objects that doesn't exist in the physical world can be moved by our hands as if they were with us in the physical world. As an example of that technology is the case of Western Reserve University and the Cleveland Clinic. They joined with Microsoft and they create a holographic model of the human body. With what purpose? Okay, for medical courses. In that, students can perform surgeries, they can make dissect virtual bodies, and in otherwise they can see the smallest part of the body and study most about them. It is amazing because with that, it is for medical purpose, it is a great advantage.
Learning app example. There are various applications that incorporate extended reality and technology to enhance the teaching and learning experience. As my partner Angie explained, that Extended reality is divided in virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. I explain you some examples. Virtual reality, Google Expedition, Class VR, and GeoGebra. Google Expedition and Google VR help the student to improve in geography, history, and science subjects. In the other hand, GeoGebra help the student to learn math. Augmented reality, SnapLearn. SnapLearn is app that help the student to travel around the science, explore the human body.
Another examples of augmented reality is Waldo AR. It is an app that uses augmented reality to make textbooks more interactive. I mean, if you are reading a specific page, you can find more information, even videos about that specific topic. Without not using any browser or going to YouTube to have another information. The other one is Assembler Edu. I'm going to explain more later, but it is an interactive application that uses third dimension and augmented reality. And in mixed reality, I can mention Microsoft HoloLens. It is not an application as well, it is a device, but it functions with another application for education. And we have also Holo Anatomy. It is a software that gives students third dimensions, perspective of every part of the body. They can move the organs, they can see the systems. It includes a feature that can permit the student see an organ no matter how small it is.
Learning apps, SnapLearn. As I mentioned, SnapLearn is app that helps the student to travel around the science subject. Okay, the first that student need to do is download the SnapLearn. Then appear some book all relate the science, human anatomy, human skeleton, all relate the science. Then you need to scan. When you scan, appear all that topic. In that picture, you can see the human skeleton. It allows the student to compare the human body with the skeleton and allow the student to identify the different part, the human body.
The other application, as I mentioned before, was Assembler Edu. Do you know that large percentage of our brain is dedicated to visual graphic processing? So for that reason, it could be a great tool for teachers in education, because with that app, they can awaken the curiosity of the smallest of the children. You can get this app in Play Store, Google Play, or App Store. This is an app that uses 3D content and can be displayed in the form of augmented reality, and they can be placed in the real world. First, you have to download the application, then you will select, as is in the picture number 1, if you are a professor, a student, a tutor, then you will select the level that you want to teach, elementary school, high school. The third one is the purpose of the application, and you can select between many, as education, tutoring, creating, art, and the fourth is the topics. In the fourth, you can find, create amount of topic as science, chemistry, math, and others. The picture number 5 was when we were interacting with the app. We select volcano. As you can see in the picture number 6, with our cell phone, because it is real augmented reality, in our cell phone we can see the volcano, but of course in the physical world it doesn't exist. But it can be a great experience for children, because in that way they can learn how function, how are the movement in a volcano, and of course they can learn quickly and they can be more motivated. So you as a teacher, you can set a task or activity, and the children, the student can use this app to develop the activity using images, using graphic, and of course, they will feel motivated.
Thank you so much, Yariadna. Now you can see how interesting are the extended, all the ones that are inside the extended reality. And we know that you have learned through this meeting many benefits about the extended reality. But now we are going to highlight some of them, okay? And we are going to start with the impressive classroom experience. As you know, there are some learners that are visual learners. So for them, it will be easier to understand a lesson if they apply the extended reality in their classes. And there is also a study that it says that the 76% of the students who apply the extended reality in their classroom are going to have a retention rate like higher than the one who uses the traditional learning method. Then we are going to find that it is practical learning. What does it mean? Well, as my partner mentioned, it will be necessary and there will be very useful for those students who are studying subjects related with science, because if they need to perform some activities such as a surgery, it will be easier for them because just by putting the glasses, they are going to see and they can experiment how to do it, and they don't have to move like an hospital because they can do it in the classroom. Moreover, we can find the third one, which says improvement of learning outcomes. And it has to be with another study that we saw about that one professor apply a subject. And for instance, he told the students that one group have to see a video on YouTube and the other one were experiment through the virtual reality. And the results apply that the ones who were studying with the virtual reality, they have the grade, I guess the level, okay? They get a higher level than the ones who were studying by just using videos from YouTube. Then we have that the lifelong learning experience, because it doesn't matter if we left the school at the university. If you want to continue studying, of course, you can make use of the extended reality to continue studying and to continue having those kind of experiences, or to continue, yes, practicing what you have learned. Then, about the special education, there are some students who have many disabilities or they have anxiety, and making use of the extended reality, they are going to see, or they are going to feel that they are part of the other students, because they are going to feel and they are going to see what the others are also seeing. Moreover, we have understanding of complex concepts. It has to be with subjects related with chemistry, could be. It is like an example. Imagine that you are in a classroom and you are in the chemistry subject and you are learning about the cells. Okay, now, if you put your glasses, you can appreciate all the environment that you are inside your body, and you could appreciate how it works. So it will be easier for those students to understand those complex aspects. Engagement and interest. And I have in here another example, which is for those students who are just like reading a book and they got like bored, sorry. Then they apply in the virtual reality, then they can see that they are in that specific environment that the book is telling about. And finally, we can appreciate that the developing computer and technology skills. It is, of course, of great benefit because it will work with those students who are applying right now all about the extended reality. So in the future, they are going to master this topic and they could tell others how to use it. Now to continue, let's talk about some final facts. And one of them is that when we were acquiring of this knowledge that, by the way, is really interesting for all of us, we found on TikTok one woman who was explaining about this topic, about virtual reality, but focus on the classroom. So if you visit those places that I found there, I mean the TikTok and YouTube, you can appreciate how she explained some classes, how she explained the professors how to create a classroom with a virtual environment. So we invite you to visit those places on TikTok and on YouTube if you want to learn more about it. Then, it will be of great benefit to take into account all the benefit that extended reality possesses, of course. And we can mention that there are some countries in Latin America that are now applying the virtual reality or the extended reality itself in education. Those are Brazil, Mexico, and Colombia. So we invite maybe the government or the ones who are in charge of the education that can provide to the professor, to the teachers, the necessary tools, so we can also experience what they are experiencing right now, making use of the virtual reality. Because as we mentioned, it brings to the students many benefits. So it is like a new way, an interesting way of learning. And now just to finish, I will give to you this question so you can think about it. What would you like to have virtual classes, or what would you like to have the classes making use of the virtual reality? So thank you very much, everyone, for listening to us.
Thank you to you, Angie, Maria, and Yariadna for your presentation on this